We part of the HyperX family, baby. Let's get into it. What's up, everybody? It's Mikhail Casanova back at you again with another video, and I want to give a special thank you and shout out to HyperX for sending out the HyperX SoloCast microphone. It's a USB microphone that you can plug and play, and it's really something that I really wasn't expecting this. So I'm excited to be, and this is real legit excitement, not fake excitement, but I'm legitimately excited to be unboxing this. The last HyperX microphone that I actually did a video for was the HyperX Quadcast, which if you guys want to see that, it's going to pop up in one of these videos, and which I honestly thought it's one of the best USB microphones that you can buy, especially if you're looking at getting like competitor microphones. Like the most common one you'll see streamers or creators use is the Blue Yeti, and I honestly think you get way more bang for your buck by getting the HyperX Quadcast. Now this is basically from what I understand, this is the same thing but in a condensed form factor, so you know you don't have all the different additional settings that the Quadcast has in this. But we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna unbox it, set it up, and test it out, because currently, as you guys know, I switched from using a USB mic to an XLR mic, and I really want to put this up against this and against a couple of other microphones that I have to see if it lives up to the hype. So with that being said, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Lets YouTube know that you like my content and you want to see more. And not only that, if you want to catch me streaming, I stream every single week on twitch.tv/Mikhail Casanova. And if you're looking for the #1 podcast in Hawaii, which, hey, I host that, catch the Casanova podcast, available on every major podcasting platform: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, and more. Check the link down below. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and dive into the HyperX SoloCast. So yeah, let's see what this is all about. Let's get into it.
Going over the specifications of the HyperX SoloCast. It's an electric condenser microphone with a cardioid pattern. It's got a frequency response rating of 20 Hertz to 20 kilohertz. It's a sensitivity of about 6 decibels. Sampling rates for it are about 48 kilohertz with 44.1 kilohertz, 32 kilohertz, 16 kilohertz, and 8 kilohertz. It's a bit depth of about 16, and it is compatible with Windows 7 and above, Mac OS, PlayStation 4, and such. So the cable length is about 2 meters, and the weight of the microphone itself is about 261 grams. Microphone stand is about 125 grams, and total with the USB cable is about 429.9 grams. The USB that's supplied with it is a USB 2.0 full speed, and the power supply through it is about 5 volts to 100 milliamps with a working current of 47 milliamps.
And then we just pull it on out, and then that's the box. We can put the box away. So we got the instruction manual here. It's pretty standard stuff. I'm gonna dive into it. Then we've got the USB cable, so which is interesting. Let me go ahead and get this out. So pull that out, and then here we go here. So this is actually much smaller than I thought it actually would be. Some interesting things about it. So it actually uses USB Type-C. Now I've only seen probably like 2 other microphones, USB interface microphones that do that. So it's nice to see that. So I've got plenty of USB Type-C. I'm actually glad that everything is becoming USB Type-C at this point. But USB Type-C interface. Tap to mute, and then this is a stand that it comes with, and this is it. This is really tiny. I expected this to be way bigger than what it is. So as you can see here, it's got the Type-C input. Just plug it in and then pull it out. So this is the stand that it comes with. And I believe I can just see, how do I take this off? Oh, it's got the screw in part here. And then, yeah, you can just prop it. And there you go. So based off of where, and here's the interesting thing, I see a lot of people when they talk into their microphones, they talk into the top. If it's a cardioid pattern, you want to talk into it here, like into the face of it, because that's where the pickup pattern is going to be. It typically, cardioid microphones, they try to reject as much sound from the back, but yeah, so that's it. Let's see, so I can unscrew this if I want to take it out. So let's go ahead and, okay, so that's out. And I can just, if I wanted to, I can just push it out. So I'm going to mount this on my current bracket, and then we're going to test the sound. And this is what the HyperX SoloCast microphone sounds like. I have it right now. This is typically a comfortable position for me with the USB mic, so it's close enough to me, but not far enough away. Usually when I use my XLR mic, it has to be right, right up on my face. So this is what it sounds like when it's right at a comfortable distance. And then this is what it sounds like if it's a bit further away from me than usual. It should sound just as clear. It may be picking up a little bit louder, but well, I mean, like, the microphone in general should be picking up a little bit louder, but this is what it sounds like. And honestly, I'm very impressed with the sound quality of this. For a microphone that is less than $100, I don't see how you could go wrong with this. I mean, yeah, you've got the Blue Snowball, you've got the Blue Yeti, you've got all these other microphones that are out there, but this is a solid microphone. Now, I want to do a comparison of this microphone to several others. That way you can hear what the sound quality is between them so that you can ultimately be the judge. So let's go ahead and let's do some tests. I've got a couple of microphones that I'm actually going to test this against. As you can see, I've got the Blue Yeti, which is effectively Old Faithful. So we're going to test it against this. We're also going to test it against the Throne Max microphone. I forget the model number of this one. I did a review of it. I really did not like this. And it seems like there's JLab Studios or JLab Tech. They basically took this and rebranded it to their own, and it's the same terrible quality. And I'm also going to compare it to this other Throne Max microphone, which I also did a review of, and I really didn't like this either. This and this are within the same price range, and they don't even compare. But I want you guys to be able to hear it, and ultimately I want you to be able to also hear the XLR mic that I do use. So let's go ahead and get into these testings. Because I was unable to mount this on my bracket, I couldn't find the bolt to plug it into the bottom to put it on my boom arm. I'm just going to hold it. So this is the Thrallmax M01 Pro. This is what it sounds like. It sounds, honestly, this microphone to me sounds very muddied and flat. I've played with all the settings on the back. I've played with the settings on the front for as far as like volume and gain. I have it set to cardioid, and I've just not been able to get this to work for me. This is not a mic I like, but this is what it sounds like if you guys are curious. So now we're going to switch over to using the other microphone, which is the little brother to this one. And then we're going to go to the Blue Yeti, and then from the Blue Yeti back to the XLR, and then from the XLR back to the HyperX SoloCast. And this right here is the Thrallmax Pulse, little brother to the M01 Pro. This is what it sounds like. It's just, I don't like this microphone. I don't like the sound of it. Maybe you can't hear the difference. And if you can't, let me know. If you can hear the difference, let me know as well. But I've just found this to be a very lackluster microphone. So now we're going to go over to the Blue Yeti. That way you can hear what that sounds like in comparison. And then back to the XLR, and from the XLR back to the HyperX SoloCast. And this is the Blue Yeti. This is Old Faithful. Now I've got it to the best settings that I possibly could get it when I was using it, because when I first started, let me walk you down a little bit of a story. Let's step into DeLorean. When I first started streaming, doing content creating, recording and whatnot, and podcasting, my go-to mic was the Blue Yeti. I started off initially with the Blue Snowball, graduated to the Blue Yeti, and from there I've done everything else, and it's been a consistently great microphone. Again, I do say that the Quadcast from HyperX is a better microphone than this, but typically when you think of streaming microphones or recording microphones, Blue is going to be the microphone you're going to hear from universally everyone. So this is what it sounds like. And now we're going to go back to my XLR, and then we're going to finish out strong with the HyperX SoloCast. We're back to my standard microphone. This is the Rode Procaster that I use for my podcast, for my YouTube videos and voiceovers, for my live streams, and just about everything. This is what it sounds like. This is the level of clarity that you get from an XLR mic. It doesn't pick up, and it's one of the things about USB microphones is if you have a room that's not really curated, the slightest things, like if you're moving around in your chair or if you're touching other things, typically those microphones are going to pick up everything. I mean, even the HyperX SoloCast is not exactly exempt from that, but that's just one of the things that you're going to have to deal with if you're going to use a USB microphone that you don't get with a dynamic XLR. Now, if you use a condenser microphone in a room that's not curated with, Cherry MX keys, then you're going to hear everything. If you're using a dynamic microphone, a dynamic XLR such as this, then you won't hear me typing over here. Like, it's not going to pick up in the microphone whatsoever. But this is what this sounds like. And now we're going to finish out strong with the HyperX SoloCast and wrap up the video from there. This is definitely one of my favorite USB microphones. I'm going to be completely honest, because you look at a lot of other microphones that are on the market, they have that gaudy, eccentric, gamer type of feel to them. And this is sleek and compact. Like, I had, honestly, if I was at a meeting or doing like a Zoom call or, any type of conference call, or if I'm at a job and I need to use a quality microphone that's a USB input, then I would not feel bad pulling out the HyperX SoloCast, because it is a very low profile and very just beautiful microphone. It's slim, it's sleek. I thought it would be a little bit bigger than what it is, but it's very, very small. And for the quality you're getting out of the mic is really high end. Like, I'm really surprised. Like, it really is something that I'm not saying I didn't have high expectations for it. I'm just going to say I didn't have any expectations, period, because typically that's kind of the best way you want to approach when you're reviewing tech. You don't want to go in with a bias. Go in like, hey, it could be good, it could be bad, whatever. We're going to find out and test it and see. And thus far, I'm liking it, because, being able to hit, there's a haptic button on the top here. And what I'll do is I'll flip it over, here. So it's going to be picking me up from behind. So I might sound a little bit muddled, but you'll see that the light is on here. And if I want to mute it, I just need to touch the haptic button here, just do a little tap it again, it's going to be off. So it's it's pretty cool how they built in the haptic touch. And I mean, I love that feature in the HyperX Quadcast, and I love it in this one. And let me flip it back so y'all can hear me. But yeah, I'm definitely a fan of this microphone. It definitely is something. Is it going to be replacing my XLR microphone? No, no, because I found a microphone that fits my needs for a professional level, which this could do too. If I didn't have the Rodecaster Pro or Rode Procaster, then I would definitely go with this. It's very non-discreet. It doesn't look like it's just a massive distraction. It's super slim profile. And I like that. I really like that. I think the audio quality on this rivals, if not exceeds, the Yeti mic. But the only thing about the Blue Yeti that gives that the leg up over this is the fact that the Blue Yeti does come with additional abilities to be able to modify your sound. So your gain, your cardioid pickup, or your just your pickup pattern in general. And this doesn't have this. If we're going to be comparing this to any other mic, it would be the Thrawn Max Pulse, which is not a good microphone. I would not recommend. If you're look, I'm keeping it $150. Don't buy that microphone. Don't buy the JLabs version of it either. I wouldn't recommend that either. But this is going to be comparable to that because it's in the same price range, and also to the smaller Yeti and the Snowball. Those are the ones that are going to be comparable to this, that don't have as many features or are literally just plug and play. But other than that, that's the video. What do you guys think? Is the HyperX SoloCast a microphone you're looking at picking up? Are you in the market for a new microphone for your streams, your YouTube, whatever your recordings or podcasts or whatever? Are you in the market for a new microphone? And if so, does this check all the boxes for that? Or is there another microphone you're looking at? Whatever your thoughts are, let's get the conversation going down in the comment section below. And also, if you want to take the conversation further, we have a Discord. Hop in the Discord group. We got a lot of people from the video game industry, tech industry, content creators, and just general people who enjoy the channel, and gamers and more. So hop on in. No, there's no paywall to hop in or anything like that. I do streams every single week on twitch.tv/MikhailCasanova, primarily a Final Fantasy 14 streamer, but I do stream a variety of content as well. And if you're looking for the #1 podcast, and that's not a lie, is a guaranteed fact. If you're looking for the #1 podcast in Hawaii and the #1 podcast in Pacific, then catch the Casanova podcast every single week on every platform, here on YouTube, on Twitch, on all the major platforms from Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and more. If you just search it, you'll find it. Link for that is down below too. And with that being said, people, I'm Mikhail Casanova, Hawaii content creator, and I'm signing out. I hope you guys have a good one. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit the like button, sub if you loved it, and yeah, that's it. That's the video. So I'm going to go and try this out on some podcasts. I'm going to try it out on my streams, and I catch y'all on the flip side. So deuces, wow, too sweet, be the elite. I'll see you on the next one. And as always, happy gaming. Or happy content creating in this case. Enjoy what you do. I'll see you on the next one. Hey, you made it to the end of the video. I really want to say mahalo and gracias for doing so. It is truly amazing that I have people that actually enjoy my content. I mean, you made it to the end of the video, so I assume you enjoyed it. If you didn't, hey, there's a dislike button you can always hit. I know, some people like to do that, but hey, whatever. I just am appreciative of the fact that you came through, you watched it, you got to this point. If you want to do me a solid, go ahead and hit the like button if you really liked it. And if you loved it, go ahead and sub for more content like this. If you want to support my work, we've got channel memberships, we got Patreon, and all that will pop up somewhere on the screen here. and linked down below. Your support means a lot to me. If you know someone who would enjoy this type of content, go ahead and share it. That's what matters most. You guys watching it and sharing it with someone who might enjoy it, a friend, who knows. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Mahalo again, gracias, and fa'afetai. I will see you on the next one. Yeah, it's 3 different languages I spoke there. So Hawaiian, Spanish, and Samoan. So gives you a little detail as to what I'm mixed with. But with that being said, I'll see you guys on the next one. Y'all stay blessed, stay safe, and yeah, happy gaming, happy streaming. Have a good one.